Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson here with a Facebook Live update. This is an odd time, right? Friday at 12:17 on the clock. But two things that are sort of out of the ordinary are happening right now. One is that I am working today, this morning, and noon for Jeff. That's one thing that's odd. Two words, holiday scheduled. And the second is that we have this winter storm that's on the way. I guess if you want to add a third to it, is that we are not on the air as we normally would be on a Friday at the noon hour with our newscast. So hold on. Already, right off the bat, I have to do some gardening. That's crazy. All right, there we go. Hey, Chris, good to see you. And Jesse, hello to you in Shipshewana. Chris, hello to you in Coopersville. You see what we have on the agenda here. We have this winter storm that is going to be moving in here. All right, I'm going to have to block this guy. Hold on just a sec. There we go. Let's see if that'll work. Hopefully that'll work. We'll see if it'll work. All right. So we have a winter storm that is approaching. I don't know why I'm not able to do this, but hold on. Let's see if I can get this. I got somebody on here. There we go. Okay, cool. I think we fixed that. Antho, good to see you. Weird seeing me early. I know it is weird being here right now for sure. All right, so let's talk about what we got going on. I'm going to move myself back here just a little bit. Let's get to it. We have a weather alert day. Again, this is all tomorrow. This is all Saturday. Nothing is happening today. In fact, as I'll show you on the radar in just a little bit, it's all pretty quiet out there today. Had a little bit of that lake effect snow this morning, but that's now wearing away pretty rapidly. Sheila, hello to you in Battle Creek. Thanks for being here. And so the weather alert day is for Saturday for some snow that will likely be heavy in the afternoon and especially Saturday night and in the wee hours of Sunday morning. That's when I think that we're going to really see it coming down. I think area-wide, we're looking at the potential for 6 to 10 inches of snow here. Thanks to Wanda. Thanks, Martha. Kathy, I want to get to that coming up. We'll get right to that. Let me see what we got coming up here. First of all, I want to let you know again about this weather alert day. This is for Saturday for some heavy system snow. Now, I'm not going to be able to take as many questions as I normally do or chat as much as I normally do because I want to sort of try to knock this out in a hurry. Remember, we have lake effect snow, then we have system snow. Lake effect, we had Wednesday and Thursday. Lake effect can be very unpredictable. It can be very nuanced. System snow, not as much. Yes, it can be unpredictable, but it's not typically too nuanced. And in this particular case, this is area wide. So whenever I say that we're looking at the potential for 6, 7, 8 inches on the lighter side, 10 inches, maybe a little bit more on the higher side, that's everybody. That's for everybody. And I'll show you why coming up in just a little bit. This is the latest on the winter storm watch that we have that's in effect for our area. It's everybody. I expect that is going to be changed to a winter storm warning anytime now, anytime that will go over to a warning. In the last 24 hours, Kalamazoo, in the neighborhood of 2 to 3, maybe an outside spot of 3.5 to 4. But that's pretty much what we have area wide with the lake effect that's going on. And what we're talking about here is going to be in addition to what we have gotten from the lake effect, which actually overall was not as impressive as advertised. This will be, I believe that this will live up to the billing. And so again, a couple of things to note. What I'm talking about here is area wide. So when I say we're looking at 6 to 10 inches possible, that's for everybody. Okay, that's for everybody. It doesn't mean everybody's going to get that much. Well, it does mean that everybody likely will get that much. But who's going to get 6 or who's going to get 8? We'll have to see how that pans out. But right now, this winter storm watch, as you see, covers pretty much everybody. So let's get right to what we have with our hour by hour. Now, I do want you to note this. Today, quiet weather. As I'll show you in a minute on the radar here in a moment, the radar is showing that this lake effect that we have had going on this morning is pretty much wiped out now. It's going away fast. Now we're in the waiting game for the next system that'll be moving in. And I want to show you it approaching here on our hour by hour. Starting the clock tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, we'll run it forward to noon. And now we start to see some snow moving in. By the way, Everything that you see for us here in West Michigan, you can back it up 6, 7, 8 hours, and that's what's going on in the Chicago area. So, well, I'd say more like 3 to 5 hours in the Chicago area. So if you're headed to Chicago for tomorrow, by the time we get to 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's already going to be snowing there. And so we're looking at noon here now. So again, just to back this up, let's back this up and do this one more time here. And you'll see. Yeah, hold on just a moment. Okay. All right. So you see winter storm watch there for everybody. Let's get to the timing of it here. All right. We start off at 7 in the morning. We're good to go. So today, tonight, tomorrow morning, up to 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, we're all good. Everything's good. But by noon, we're starting to see that snow move in. This snow is connected to a rather large storm that's going to be moving a lot of snow in here. Let's watch this as we go from noon to about 6. And remember, where you see the deep blues on the map here, that's where it's snowing heavier. But the takeaway from this is that it's going to start snowing here between about 9, 10 o'clock and noon. I think as we get from noon to 6 p.m., we'll see the accumulation starting. I'm going to show you that hour by hour on the snowfall in a moment. By tomorrow night, I think it's going to be chugging along at a pretty good clip, continuing into about daybreak Sunday. And then between sunrise Sunday and noon, it's going to be letting up. So our window really of snow, or window of opportunity for snow, will be from about 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning through about 9, 10 o'clock Sunday morning, 24 hours. The window of opportunity for the heavier snow, I think, is going to be likely from about noon, 3 o'clock tomorrow to about, let's say, 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, which if you do that, we're talking less than 24 hours. And if you do that, and if we get the accumulation that's expected here, that means that there will be some periods of heavy snow. Okay, so let's go with how much snow. Well, by 12 o'clock-ish, noonish, we're looking at some light snow starting to accumulate. This is why I say tomorrow morning, I think we're good to go. But by noon, we'll start to see the snow move in. And as we go through the afternoon, the situation will deteriorate tomorrow. Underline that key point. As we go through the afternoon tomorrow, the situation will start to deteriorate. And by tomorrow night, it will begin to deteriorate rapidly. Stopping the clock here right before 6 p.m. So we got sunset. It's now getting dark. Okay, not a big deal. We got about inch to 3 inches, 1 to 3, let's say. Okay. But then between 6 o'clock tomorrow evening and about 11, notice now we've bolted it up to about 3.5, 4 to about 6. And then as we go overnight, we're adding a couple of 3 inches more, so that by Sunday morning daybreak, we're looking at an area wide about 6 to 8 inches. We're going to continue on because the snow will start to wind down around about noon tomorrow. And by then, this particular model here is calling for about 7 to 9 inches of accumulation. So that's pretty much what we're looking at there. So on the driving forecast for Saturday, tomorrow, again, I got green light in the morning. I think this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow morning, you're good. As long as if you're here around West Michigan, even if you go north or if you go east or if you go south. If you go west or Chicago, no, it's going to be snowing there by our time tomorrow morning. But here in West Michigan, green light in the morning. By noontime, I've got the yellow light on because we're going to start to see some accumulations. And then by mid to late afternoon, and certainly Saturday night, I got the red light up because there'll be a lot of it there. This is, good question. This is going to be a very wet snow. And so this is going to be slushy, and it's going to be difficult to shovel. It's going to be harder to shovel too. Something else to keep in mind. Now, right now, it's quiet as we look at live Doppler radar. There's not a lot going on. Again, those snow bands, notice they're deteriorating. They're winding down, a trend that will continue. Our feels like temperature, get this, only in the upper teens to low 20s. And here's a peek at that 7-day. A weather alert day for Saturday. We might extend that into Sunday just because of the effects of the heavy snow on folks who are trying to travel Sunday, especially Sunday morning, could be problematic. So that's something to note. It could be problematic. So that's what we're looking at as far as the conditions are concerned there. So I want to go back just a little bit more. Let's see if I can get this to go back just a little bit here. I want to go through that hour by hour again. Let's see here. We'll start with, there we go. And so this is the latest with that again, Winter Storm Watch, just for those who are just tuning in here. Winter Storm Watch tomorrow. It's for Saturday. This afternoon, tonight, tomorrow morning, I think we're good. By noon tomorrow, we'll start to see some accumulations. And then by tomorrow evening, it's really going to be coming down. That's the way it looks on the forecast models anyway. So this is what we're looking at. Now, let's go with our hour by hour, just another time for folks who are just getting in here. Again, tonight, tomorrow morning, we're looking good. 7 a.m., cloudy, cold, but not a lot. By noon, we start to see the snow moving in. Remember, this is for West Michigan. This would also go for points north, east, or south, but west, no. Chicago, it's already going to be snowing heavily by noon our time Saturday. But Saturday here in West Michigan, we start to see the snow, and then it really starts to kick in by mid to late afternoon tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we're going to have some pockets, I think, of heavier snow. This is system snow. This is everyone. This isn't lake effect. This is everyone's getting this. Sunday morning, daybreak, still coming down pretty good. By noon, it starts to go away. So here's the way it looks on our accumulation. Notice by noon tomorrow, we start to see some light accumes, less than an inch. But then we build up to about 1 to 3 by dinner tomorrow night. And then we build up to about 3 to 6 by late Saturday night. By Sunday daybreak, we're up to about 6 to 8.5, 6 to 9. And that's about where we're going to park it for Sunday by noon when everything starts to wind down. Bernard, a good question. No. This will not be windy like the situation was Wednesday and yesterday. This is not going to be windy. It'll be a little breezy at times, but it's not going to be windy. So it's not going to be windy. Thanks, Dan, for the thanks. I appreciate that. And you're right. Everybody just needs to be patient and careful. Just be extra careful. So here's the way I think it looks on the driving forecast. Again, I think tomorrow morning you're good. But by noon, things start to get a little worse, deteriorating. And as we go to mid to late afternoon, yes, then it's going to deteriorate. And by Saturday night, I think it's going to be a little rocky on the road. It's going to be snowing heavy at times, and that will continue through Sunday morning, daybreak, maybe a little afterward. By noontime Sunday, I think it'll start to wind down. So that's sort of what we're looking at there. Thanks, Shannon Joe. Thanks, appreciate it very much. Always good to see you. Linda, hello to you. Bernetta, thank you so much. Yeah, just be extra careful out there. That's really the key here. That's really the key. Chris, thanks for the thanks. I appreciate that. I'm seeing my regulars here from my nighttime Facebook Live. But don't forget, again, nothing going on right now. Feels like, yeah, it's cold. You knew that. You didn't need me to tell you that. Here's a 7-day. Just got the mess cleared up, Karen. I'm doing great, Riyadh. Thanks for the question. I appreciate that. But there you see what we have as far as looking forward. And by the way, if you're wondering, is it going to stay cold? Yes, it will. But once that snow winds down late Sunday morning, I think that we're going to have a period of relative calm going into the middle of next week. Pam, just want to skip to spring. I think you probably got a lot of people who would agree with that. Thanks, Angel. I appreciate it. Thanks for being in here. I hope if you found this information good, that you'll come back. I try to make an appearance every weeknight, Monday through Thursday anyway. Craig, not even winter yet. Not officially, but by West Michigan's calendar, it's winter. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate on out of here. Hey, we'll stay in touch with you. Again, next up, here's what's next up. This winter storm watch, anytime now, will be upgraded to a winter storm warning by the National Weather Service. We'll let you know about that. In the meantime, I'll continue to post on my Facebook page, WWMT's Keith Thompson, also on Twitter, Instagram, X, and Threads, YouTube. I think I got them all. but primarily Facebook. We've got, of course, updates on our website as well, WWMT.com/weather. Delane, hope you have a good day too. Judith, same to you. Thank you so much. Anybody traveling, please remember, just again, today, tonight, tomorrow morning, no problems. Always you want to be careful and cautious out there. And with these sub-freezing temperatures, always be aware, especially if you're on side roads, that you could encounter some icy spots. Not ruling that out. But as far as widespread snow-related road problems, I think they're going to begin tomorrow afternoon, and especially so late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night through Sunday morning. Thanks, Shin and Joe. Appreciate that. Kathy, thanks for the thanks, and same to you, Renee. Thank you very much. And Dawn, you're very sweet. I appreciate that very much. Pack a turkey sandwich. There you go. A turkey sandwich, a blanket, right? A candle and a coffee can and some sand, right? But don't forget the turkey sandwich. And there's plenty of turkey probably for my leftovers. Paulette, I don't like to venture into power outage land, but I don't see a lot of power outages with this. So that's good. Ben, same to you, buddy. And be safe too. I don't see a lot of power outages with this. This is just good old-fashioned heavy, wet snow. Could cause some problems. Not going to say no. But I was much more concerned about power outages with what we had Wednesday when we had gusts of 60 to 65 along the lakeshore, right? So I don't think there's going to be a big power outage problem. We'll cross our fingers and hope that comes to pass. I just don't see that happening with this system. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like to watch it sort of come down quietly. Yeah, and drink some hot cocoa. Yeah, that's true. Larry, you're very welcome. Thanks for the thanks. All right, I'm going to skate on out of here. Don't forget, we are monitoring it this afternoon. Colin Rogers, my good buddy meteorologist Colin Rogers will be in. And so keep up with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram, and of course our website, WWMT.com/weather. Dawn, good afternoon to you too. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you're still having some turkey or whatever it is. And I hope you're still in a spot where you can get a good nap in. And like I said, check us out on the web or on social for updates. Have a good afternoon, everybody. And thank you so much for being here.